We're excited to bring you the second of 4 special episodes that showcase how amazing being healthy can be and introduce more new books for you to enjoy and read. Let's get started with today's adventure, Henry's Garden Adventure. Henry and his friends are sitting on a park bench with lunch packed by their parents, leading to an exciting adventure. I can't wait to see what our parents pack, said Vanessa. Me too, said Eric. We've been playing for a while now and I'm starving. I'll try one of you guys if you have something good. Let's do it, said an excited Henry. Each of his friends reached into their lunchbox and looked inside. Moments later, a look of disappointment was on Eric and Vanessa's faces. Hey, a salad, almonds, and baby carrots. Who eats baby carrots? Eric complained. I'll trade you your baby carrots for my broccoli, Eric, said Vanessa. Broccoli? I'll keep the baby carrots, responded Eric. This is so cool. We all got healthy stuff, said Henry. No, Henry, replied Eric. Eric reaches into his pocket and takes out a little silver wrapper with a picture of an old man on it to show Henry and Vanessa. These grandpa cookies that I took from home in case of a snack emergency are cool, said Eric. Oh, can I have one? Asked Vanessa. Sure. How are you doing with your sugar-free yogurt, Henry? Asked Eric sarcastically. Guys, it's good to eat healthy, and it can be fun, said Henry. How? Eric asked. Follow me, guys. We're going to use our imagination, yelled Henry. Henry reached into his backpack and pulled out his special feather bookmark, the one he discovered could do more than just hold his book in places. When he uses it and taps into his imagination, it can take him on incredible journeys, even outside the pages. He held the bookmark in his hand, closed his eyes, and smiled. Eric and Vanessa followed Henry to a faraway land. Where are we? Asked Vanessa. We're in the land of giants, replied Henry. Everything is so big. The flowers are as tall as houses, and that butterfly is almost as big as we are, said Eric. Everything is so beautiful, added Vanessa. The friends get curious when they hear the sound of someone crying. Let's check it out, said Henry. Henry gives each of his friends a flying belt to put around their waist. We'll use these to fly around here so we can get places faster, said Henry. Awesome, replied Eric. It's way faster than walking when we're this tiny, added Vanessa. Henry and his friends fly over to where they hear the crying and see a massive giant sitting next to a giant patch of dirt. Hey there, I'm Henry and these are my friends Vanessa and Eric. Oh, hey there, you guys. I'm Gary. What's wrong, Gary? Said Henry. I can't make any food grow in our community garden. So is this a garden for giants? Asked Henry. Yeah, at least it was before the gardener left. He was the one whose job it was to take care of it so that we could all get fruits and vegetables. Everyone made fun of him for his food tasting worse than the candy makers. And whenever he asked for help, no one wanted to. Everyone said their job was harder and his job was easy. Then one day he just left. He said he was going to another community of giants, one where people would appreciate him more, said Gary. Oh, that's so sad. Isn't there someone in your community who could help you? Asked Vanessa. No one but the gardener knows how to grow food. Everyone's tried. They all gave up, and now they say it's impossible without the gardener, said Gary in a sad voice. How bad could not eating fruits and vegetables be? Asked Eric. Well, at first, we had fun eating only pizza and fries and baking cakes and all kinds of stuff. But after a while, everyone started to get tired early in the day. Everyone had less energy, and some people even got tummy aches from all the unhealthy food. That's why I haven't given up. I have to get this garden working so I can help everyone, said Gary. Don't worry, Gary. You're our friend now, and we'll help you, said Henry. Henry, we've never gardened before. We don't know how to grow fruits and vegetables, Vanessa said, whispering. Don't worry. I read Saturdays at Harlem, How One Big Idea Transformed a Neighborhood. It's a book about people growing food for themselves and their neighbors, and I remember how they did it. Gary, we'll get this garden up and running in no time, said Henry in a confident tone. Really? Asked Gary. Definitely, said Henry. But Henry, won't growing a garden take forever? Asked Eric. I'm with Eric. This would take months, Henry, added Vanessa. No, our garden is magic. Anything that grows in it will grow fast. You just have to get the plants what they need to stay alive while they grow, said Gary. See you guys? Are you with me? Asked Henry. Yeah, Henry, we're friends. I'm with you, replied Vanessa. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it, said Eric. Is there anything I can get to help you guys? Asked Gary. Henry thought for a minute. Bring me all of your guys' trash, yelled Henry. Gary quickly made his way to a giant beanstalk on the other side of the garden and climbed back to where the giants lived. "What are you going to do with trash?" Eric asked Henry. "You'll see," said Henry. Gary made his way back down the beanstalk with 3 bags of trash. "When I got there, everyone was sure trash wouldn't help. And they think only a giant could do such a big job. But you guys can do it. I gotta go help my family. I'll be back to check on you," said Gary. "Thanks, Gary. We won't let you down," said Henry. Gary went back to his beanstalk and climbed it again. Then Henry took out his feather bookmark and 3 pairs of gloves appeared. "Well, Henry, what now?" asked Vanessa. "Everyone grab a bag and start looking for any leftover stuff that comes from plants, like fruits and vegetables," replied Henry, as he gave each of them a pair of gloves. "Ew, all I found was a couple of mostly eaten rotten apples and some orange peels people must have thrown out days ago," replied Eric. "I found some dead roses someone threw out," added Vanessa. "Great! I found tea bags and coffee grounds. Throw it all here," said Henry. Henry threw what he found into a pile, and Vanessa and Eric added theirs. "And here are some almonds, salad, and baby carrots too," added Eric. "Plants are like us. They need plenty of food to grow, and this stuff will give the soil the nutrients it needs. It's called composting. I read about it in the book," said Henry. Henry and his friends flew all over the garden and dropped their compost onto the soil below, and in an instant it all disappeared. "What happened?" asked Eric. "Look, it's all decomposed. It's part of the dirt now," said Vanessa. "Yep, that's what compost is supposed to do," said Henry. The friends then flew all over the garden, dropping the seeds that Gary left them near the garden, and in moments plants began to sprout, and just as quickly they stopped growing. "What's wrong now?" asked Eric. "Oh man, they must need more than that to finish growing. What now, Henry? We're following your lead. You were right about the compost after all," said Vanessa. Henry thought for a moment. "Plants need something to drink," said Henry. "I got orange juice for the oranges from my lunch," said Eric. Henry and Vanessa laughed. "We'll be giving all the plants water," Eric replied Henry. Together the friends tried to pick up the giant's plant watering container, but it was too heavy, so they used their empty juice bottles to collect water from a nearby pond. Over and over again they flew from the pond to the garden and back. "Phew, that should do it," said Henry. "I hope it does. I'm starting to get really tired," replied Vanessa. "Me too," added Eric. Only seconds later, the plants began to grow taller and taller, just like before, but they stopped. "Oh no, Gary was counting on us," said Henry in a disappointed tone. "You did your best, Henry," said Eric. "It might be time to go, Henry," said Vanessa. As they were talking, Gary returned from the beanstalk. "I know you feel bad, Henry. Let's come back and help him some other time," said Vanessa. Suddenly, the plants started growing again. "Look," Eric shouted, pointing to the clouds that were hovering above the garden. They floated away, letting sunlight in. The plants in the garden grew taller and greener, sprouting tomatoes, carrots, lettuce, apples, oranges, grapes, fresh and ready to enjoy. "You guys did it," said Gary excitedly. "Nobody but the gardener could get anything to grow, but then you guys showed up. How'd you do it?" "Ask Henry," said Vanessa. "Compost, water, and lots of sunlight," replied Henry. Henry and his friends went home proud. "You were right, Henry. Eating healthy can be fun, and it's important," said Eric. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Henry's Library. DTevieyus Joiner wrote this story, and we're so glad you could be part of today's adventure. Please share the episode with your friends and family, and we'd love to hear from you. Send us a voice message or write to us at hi@whatisblack.co to let us know what you learned about growing plants and what you enjoyed most about the show. The books featured in this episode can be found at your local library or bookstore. We especially encourage you to support your neighborhood independent bookstores. They're a great place to discover new stories and build community. See you next time.